Okay, so I've got some explaining to do. Hey guys, and welcome back to What If Soul. I'm your host, Broken Soul. Um, so like I said, I have a lot of explaining to do. Mainly, where have I been for the past several months? And I do plan to explain that, along with where the channel stands now and where it's going to be going into 2026. I have also several other things I have to explain, a few announcements I want to make, but let me focus on where I've been. This is a little hard for me, but you guys deserve to know what happened. You guys deserve that much at least. So, first off, back in, what was it? January, February of last year. God, it's been a year. Shortly after I posted my last video of what if the village knew about Naruto's parents, I had lost my job. I was struggling a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know if I was gonna keep the lights on, and that put a lot of mental stress upon myself, and it affected a lot of stuff in my life. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of killed my motivation for a while. I really didn't want to make videos when I was too terrified of whether or not my power would go out in the middle of a recording, or whether even I had the motivation to show the same enthusiasm that I've always shown for my videos. Anyway, I was jobless for a while until I got a job that, again, it paid the bills at least, but I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, guys. I'm going to tell you straight up. It was just stress after stress after stress. Let's just say it didn't exactly help out with me and my motivations. It was difficult for me to get through the day sometimes, and it was just hard. I'm not going to tell you what I did, but just know that I would wake up super early, work all day, and get back with just enough time to go to sleep, and then wake up the next morning and do it all over again. Needless to say, that didn't exactly give me motivation either. But I never did stop thinking about what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go. Luckily, honestly, I don't know why I stayed there for as long as I did, but all I know is I finally gained the courage to just say I quit, and I left that job. And I'm currently where I am now, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, it is insanely just night and day. It is just so much better. My coworkers I can actually talk to, the work is fantastic, the hours are amazing, and the boss I actually like. But that's a different story. Point is though, because of that job, I regained my motivation. That, and I actually rewatched the entire first season of Pokemon as well as the first movie to give me back the mindset of I want to go back to doing these episodes. I want to go back to making these what ifs. I miss the editing. I miss all of it so much, guys. I miss all of you so much. I miss everything. That's why, I mean, obviously, I'm posting more videos. I'm posting this one, but this video is basically an update for you guys. I want you guys to know that I'm not done. I've slowed down, yes, but I'm not gonna stop. I refuse to stop. But that's kind of where I've been. Like I said, I'm doing a lot better now. I'm making a lot more money than what I used to. I'm a lot more happier than what I used to. I'm more motivated. Hopefully, once I start getting a few paychecks in, I'm going to start going to the gym, so I'll be doing a lot better. Trust me, I will have that six-pack. I hope I'm getting a six-pack of soda, not a six. Anyway, I'm kidding. Anyway, though, that's where I've been. Where the channel is currently. Now, don't worry, guys. Yes, I will be the first to admit I have neglected it a lot, but every time I see you guys, like I'm not going to lie, I get choked up. And it amazes me that we've kept at the 800 plus subscriber count that we have for all this time. You know, I see these numbers, and yes, they're not the best like where I want them to be, but the fact that we've kept the 800 plus, it astounds me. It is, oh my god, it just blows my mind that you guys are willing to stick by me as long as you guys have. And I do love seeing the comments. You know, you guys have been really supportive for me. Yes, I've seen a few comments saying, you know, late, or where have you been? It's been a few months. Are you okay? I promise you guys, I'm perfectly fine. I am in such a better place now than what I was like 2 months ago. And I'm not gonna lie, a good chunk of that is because of y'all. Just because of the concern I've seen from y'all in the comments, because I keep seeing the numbers go up in terms of viewership. You guys are still watching my stuff. Granted, I know I haven't finished the story, but I'm going to. That's why, again, I want to let you know, I am starting to record. In fact, by the time this video goes up, which should be within the first weekend, if not the first week of New Year's. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it gets up before the weekend. Hopefully. If it doesn't, then there was probably an issue with the uploading thing. I gotta get a new laptop. But no, but I am recording. I'm getting a bunch of stuff taken care of, and oh, actually, a little surprise for you guys. So I'm not the best artist. I know I'm not, but I have my name is Broken Soul, and it's based off of an OC I made a while back. If I can bring up the picture of the original one, I will. But here it is, and I made a little chibi version of him. Take a look. Aww. Huh? What do you think? Cute, isn't he? Yeah, I know I'm not the best artist in the world, but it's mine and I like him. He'll be here for a while, so enjoy him while you can. And he has a little expressions too. There's his normal face. There's his angry face. What? And my favorite, his happy face. No, but he'll be popping up every now and then. Usually, I'm going to use him as my stand-in whenever I do stuff like side note or, beginning or ending of the videos. I might use that instead of my symbol. I don't know. I may just juggle between that, like the two different things, but we'll see how it goes. Along with that, I also do want to make a little bit of an announcement. While I do, again guys, I love the fact that you guys keep giving me comments, but sadly I'm gonna have to put a small hiatus on at least like the ending portion of my videos. The question of the video, I'm gonna put a small hiatus on that. Now, I'm not saying for you guys to stop asking me stuff, for me to stop answering questions. I do plan to keep on continuing to answer questions that you guys have for me. However, instead of doing a question of the video, I'm just going to do Q&As. How often I'll do the Q&As, I don't know. I want to do once a month, but we'll see how it goes depending on how many questions we get or how I really feel about it. Again, it depends. But yeah, that's pretty much where the channel is now. I'm still recording. I'm getting more and more like the pictures, more background music. I'm trying to see what I can do, just trying to not spice up, but like change some of the style. But again, I do plan to finish off the story. Actually, speaking of which, going into 2026. So my biggest goal is to finish the 3 stories I've started. The 3 stories that I started with this channel, which are of course, what if Ash could start over, what if the village knew about Naruto's parents, and what if Zuko fought back. My plan is to finish either all 3 or at least one of them before summer hits. That's my plan. Don't know if it'll happen, but that's my plan. Because I really do want to. I have so many other stories I want to tell. Like, I will bring those up later on, but I do plan to do a lot more like that. Going into 2026, I also plan to, again, not just more videos, but I also plan to do, again, more weekly updates like I used to do. Just every week, I would send you guys an update or like a little, like, hey guys, this is going to happen with this and that. I'm doing good, some behind the scenes stuff. I'm trying to work on that as best I can. Like, that's my plan currently. I'm not going to lie, guys, it's good to just sit behind the mic again and just do this, just sit here, talk, and just have a good time. I'm not gonna lie, guys, just sitting here and talking here for the past 10 minutes, I want to say, I'm not gonna lie, I'm having so much fun just doing this, just BSing with all of you. You can't tell, but I'm smiling from ear to ear right now, just sitting here. No, but aside from that, that's pretty much it, guys. Before I forget, going into 2026, I want to tell you guys about my very first video that I plan to shoot out. Aside from this one, obviously. But I will never stop being thankful to all of you for encouraging me, for still being here. I mean, the fact that 800 plus of you guys still have me as your subscribed, still are subscribed to me and you haven't gotten off yet, that says a lot to me, and I do appreciate it. So, as a bit of a love letter to all of you, this is gonna be a little weird, but what I want to do is that one of my subscribers actually tagged me in a video. It was a I think it's a Wants to Journey video. I don't know if you guys remember the whole Wants to Battle thing. Well, this is a Wants to Journey thing. And this guy, I'm actually going to call you out if it's alright. If you don't want me to, I can blur it out later. But Noel Jack. Yeah, I'm calling you out, buddy. As a thank you letter to all my fans, to everyone who subscribed to me, I actually want to do a response to him. And it's dedicated to not just him, of course, for tagging me into it, but I want to dedicate it to all of you, to everyone who's been a part of like this journey with me. And I do not plan to stop. But yeah, no, my very first video, after this one of course, is going to be a response to the basically Broken Soul Wants to Journey. And I'm going to and I think you gotta, I'll see if I can find the original video and put it in the description. If I can't, then Noel Jack, if you wouldn't mind putting that as like, I'll pin it as the top comment, but if you wouldn't mind putting a link to that, please, it would help me out a bit. I'm sorry, I'm still figuring all this stuff out, but the Wants to Journeys thing is essentially how I would live life in the anime of Pokemon. It's more explained like in a different video, like the original guy who made it. I gotta look it up myself, but that is what I plan to do. In fact, again, at the time of this recording, I've already got about half of it recorded. Yeah, it's still a holiday season. I'm dealing with family, so you know, chaos. But anyway, that's pretty much all I want to talk to you guys about. I just want to let you guys know that I'm still here. I want you guys to know where I've been, so that there's no excuses on why I've been gone. But at the same time, I want you guys to know that I may have been gone for a while, but I'm back. I am back, and I am not going to stop. My goal is still to hit 1,000 subscribers. I still want to be able to be one of the greats. I still want to try to see how far I can get in this journey. And it's going to take a lot more than some hiatus to stop me. But, yeah, hopefully keep an eye out for that new video, guys. If it doesn't come out, well, like I said, I plan to get this one out before the weekend, but if it comes out on the weekend, expect for the Wants to Journeys one to come out the week after. I still plan to do a weekly release. That's another thing too. I want to do a weekly release. If I can do more than that, cool. But depending on how well I can do I'm still doing everything myself. So depending on how well I can edit, record, and get all of it taken care of, I'm going to try and do for weekly. But if it comes down to it, I might just do bi-weekly. But we'll see. Anyway, guys, just keep an eye out and, well, say it with me now. Actually, you know, if you guys made it this far in the video, please put this in the comments. Well, as always, guys, this is Broken Soul saying, may your souls be ever bright. I love you all so much. Bye.